So you guys have a lot of toys to play with now in the future, including the X-Men, right?
Yes.
Could you, of course you can't tell me much, but can you give me a little hint of what the future is coming? Where is the future going and excitement?
I don't know where the future is going. It's funny that people call it the X-Men. There's a lot of female superheroes in that X-Men group, so I think it's outdated.
What kind of shit is that? All right, that's it. Dishonor. Dishonor on your whole family. Make a note of this. Dishonor on you. Dishonor on your cow.
Sound of the cannon.
Attention! On the count of 3. 1.
So to begin.
10,000 years will give you such a crick in the neck.
Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice.
It's showtime.
Everybody comfortable?
Yeah.
Get your motherfucking ass up when I'm talking.
And here we go.
Welcome once again to, I need to come up with a title for this live stream. Right now it's just live stream with Clint Lorman. Nice to see you. How you doing? Today we're talking about DC again. And this time, MCU again. Well, yeah, both of them. Another MCU executive has been let go. You may or may not have heard of this guy, Ike Perlmutter. He's actually the guy who used to own Marvel before Disney bought it. Yeah, he's the guy who sold it to Disney. And they kept him on for a little while, like to as head of like Marvel Comics, mostly. And but he's really just been running things from behind the scenes. Like this guy loves his privacy. Like he does not like his picture being taken. So there's not a lot of pictures of this guy. He's a fervent Trump supporter. So Disney does not like that, for one thing. And so he also backed what's his name? The guy who was trying to get on the board. I can't remember his name, but I think this article goes into it. I'm pulling up this article right now. Cause yeah, this is a big deal. This guy was head of Marvel like for a long time, and then Feige kind of ousted him. Months after backing an activist campaign against Bob Iger's Disney, Marvel Entertainment chairman Ike Perlmutter is out. So yeah, the what's this guy's name? The other guy, I can't remember. I will get into it. I'm sure it comes up. In 2022, an activist investor backed by the billionaire chief of Marvel Entertainment targeted Disney, saying it needed to cut costs. That Marvel leader, Ike Perlmutter, also happened to be a Disney employee after Disney bought Marvel in 2009 for $4 billion, and was the visionary executive who had established Marvel Studios as the future of Hollywood with 2008's Iron Man. Yeah, that was under Paramount before Disney bought him, kicking off a decade plus of superhero dominance at the box office. On Wednesday, Disney fired Perlmutter via phone as part of cost-cutting measures, the New York Times reported. Marvel Entertainment, which sells consumer products and operates independently of production company Marvel Studios, will be folded into larger Disney units, the Times said, citing anonymous sources. Perlmutter's co-president Rob Steffens and chief counsel John Turritson were also laid off. Marvel Entertainment president Dan Buckley will stay and report to the chief of Marvel Studios, Kevin Feige. So I guess Dan Buckley is a good company man. Yeah, Disney Marvel Studios did not immediately return Fortune's request for comment. The layoff of Perlmutter comes days after Disney CEO Bob Iger announced the company would cut 7,000 staff amid financial difficulties and rising costs. To be sure, layoffs have been mounting in many industries recently, but few of those have touched top executives. Yeah, I'm not paying your subscription, Fortune. I do not. Okay, I just wanted to get this news out of the way because this is kind of a big deal. It's something that's been building for years. I feel like Feige's been wanting this guy gone just because he was not towing the line when it comes to their agenda. You know, they're pushing the more female heroes than male crap. The diversity inclusion initiative, which for the most part has not gone very well. Like they're seeing diminishing the returns on the Marvel products because their main bread and butter has always been the mainline Avengers like Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, Hulk, and even like Black Widow and Hawkeye. Like you even got rid of those guys. These new characters that a lot of people are not connecting with because they're just not as iconic and they're not as lovable as the originals. So this guy understood like the importance of the original characters. Like he in Bob Iger's book, The Ride of a Lifetime, he kind of disses Perlmutter. He basically calls him a sexist and racist, like says that he was trying to stop things like Black Panther from coming out, but this guy actually was planning a Black Panther movie with Wesley Snipes before Disney even took over. Like he was trying to get that off the ground and it just never worked out. He did famously say like that girl action figures do not sell, and which is true. When you look at the numbers, like more boy action figures actually sell, like the male characters sell more than the female characters. Like that's just a fact. Like I'm one of those people that I'll buy an action figure if I connect with the character, if I love the character. Doesn't matter if it's male or female. Like I'll buy Wonder Woman because I like Wonder Woman. If I saw a Xena action figure in the store, I would buy it immediately because I love Xena too. It's certain characters that just connect with you regardless of their gender. And but this guy understood that for the most part, it's guys buying action figures. It's not a whole lot of girls in the market. But that was what Disney was pushing, was trying to get more girls in to comic books, into the male kind of traditionally male brands like Star Wars. Even though there are a lot of female Star Wars fans, Disney was just still trying to push more and more for the females to be included, to to connect to it. But you can't make people into something that they're just not into. Like, like, it's a brand that has been I don't know, it's been around for how long? Like just Star Wars in general, 40 years, Marvel longer. It's just men and women are different and they'll gravitate towards certain things generally. Like you have exceptions to the rule, of course, you always do. But for the most part, girls do not read comic books for the most part, I'm saying. No, I mean there are some that do, but it's a very small minority. So this is the reasoning behind Disney pushing for more female characters than male. They bought these boy brands, and they essentially made them more female centric, which has kind of hurt their bottom line because you pushed away the actual audience for these things, and you're going after this imaginary audience all of a sudden. Like people that do not buy comic books, do not buy even like the Funko Pops or anything, the merchandise. You're trying to cater to them, and they're not buying your shit. It's a problem, and Disney's starting to see that they've kind of gone in the wrong direction. Like they should have focused more on the overly popular characters, like Captain America, like Thor, like Hulk, and now Iron Man. Iron Man used to be like a C-level character, a C-list character, and then they propped him up with the movies. Like Robert Downey Jr. was perfect for the part and played it so well that he just like everybody connected with him, male and female. But they haven't done the work for a lot of these newer characters. They haven't developed them very well, so they're not connecting, like I said. And it's like they expect people and they want people to connect to them without doing the work, without putting in the effort to make them as iconic or as lovable as the originals. They're either riding the coattails of the originals, or they're immediately better than them for some odd reason. Retroactively shitting on the older characters, or like we saw in Loki, kicking them in the balls multiple times. Uh, like they're forever putting down the male characters to prop up the female characters. It's become a joke. It's become a trope by this point. That's become very noticeable, glaringly obvious, and it's turned a lot of people off. So Feige is like one of these male feminists. He sees this as a way to push the agenda forward. The whole A Force scene in Endgame, which was way out of place, that kind of turned people off. Like the people, well, at least made them scratch their heads. Like, why is this in here? like all these female characters just happen to find themselves each other on the battlefield, and they line up like they're doing a photo shoot or something. Uh, it was way out of place and forced. And more stuff like that's been happening lately, and it's, yeah, like I said, it's turned a lot of people off. So now he's out. So this agenda is only going to get pushed even harder. I feel like with Feige still in charge, a lot of the architects of the MCU have gone now. Like it's just him left. Victoria Alonso's even gone, and she was an activist through and through, a leftist activist. Perlmutter, it was more focused on actually making money. like like what sells? You know, like, yeah, I feel like things would have gone down a better road if he had been made like the entire overseer of Marvel, instead of just the behind the scenes, like, like you just sit there in your office and do this, okay, and so you don't bother us, all right, while we're doing the actual, like, while we're doing the actual filmmaking. It's just a messed up situation at Marvel right now, and I don't know if you've heard. Okay, I wasn't gonna go into this too much, but Jonathan Majors, they came out with the text from his girlfriend. I don't know if I should look that up right now. Let me stop sharing and look it up. I guess. Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna be damaging to his case or if it'll help. Mhm. Yep, we're still getting developments in this story. This should still be available online. I saw that on somebody showed it on Twitter, I want to say. I think that's where it came down first. Twitter or Instagram, one of those. Hmm. Yeah, I found an image of it. This is the one I saw earlier. Yeah. I'm clicking on it and it's not opening. It's crap. Google's not cooperating. Something's not right. Something's not wanting me to click on this. Conspiracy theory. Tinfoil hat comes on. Bro, what is up with this? It's not wanting me to blow it up. Save image. Okay, I'll do that. Let me try that. Save image and then just blow it up. This is ridiculous. I don't know if it's just my Wi-Fi acting up or what. Set it. Yeah, that's okay. Damn. No, it didn't come on. Try this again. Yep. Dude, what? No, not that. Technical difficulties. Let me see. I might just have to look up a video that gets into it. Something. Yeah, this is 118. See if it loads. Priya Chaudhry, a lawyer from Major, shared screenshots of texts supposedly from Jonathan Major's girlfriend to him following the incident. Okay, here it is. Creed 3 actor Jonathan Major's girlfriend, who called cops after he allegedly hit and choked her, has reportedly admitted she's to blame and doesn't want to press charges against the Marvel star. Yeah, this, I don't know, can be trusted because many times the abused tend to blame themselves for, it's for the behavior of their abuser. Like, I did something wrong. Like, it's my fault. Like, no, there's no reason to hit somebody. Like, yeah, you could, as much as you might provoke them, it's still not justification for what they do. Attorney Priya Chaudhry, who previously said she had evidence proving Major's innocence, shared texts the unidentified girlfriend sent to Majors after his arrest Saturday. Okay, here's the text. Please let me know you're okay when you get this. They assured me that you won't be charged. They said they had to arrest you as protocol when they saw the injuries on me and they knew we had a fight. I'm so angry that they did, and I'm sorry you're in this position. We'll make sure nothing happens about this. I told them it was my fault for trying to grab your phone. I love you. And after more than 3 hours passed without a response from Majors, she assures him that she told the police the fight between them was not an attack. The girlfriend added that she would do everything in her power to help Majors avoid any charges or problems in court. So, okay, yeah, here's the complete. Yeah. I just got out of the hospital. Just call me when you're out. They just called again to check on me, and I reiterated how this was not an attack and they do not have my blessing on any charges being placed. I read the paper they gave me about strangulation, and I said point blank this did not occur and should be removed immediately. The judge is definitely going to be told this. She ensured this to me. I know you have the best team and there's nothing to worry about. I just want you to know that I'm doing all I can on my end. I also said to tell the judge to know that the origin of the call was to do with me collapsing and passing out and your worry as my partner due to our communication prior. Out of care, she promised all will be relayed. Okay, so one possible scenario is that she passed out like she said, and that's how come she got the injuries on her face. But I don't know about the strangulation accusation. I don't know if that's if she had marks on her neck, then that's sus. But I don't know for sure. We still haven't gotten all the details. So this is not a good look for Disney at all. They're in full panic mode right now because of this. Regardless of whether the guy's innocent or not, this is just like another Johnny Depp situation. It's a black eye. Sorry for the pun. But yeah, the Emmy-nominated actor got into an argument with his girlfriend during the taxi ride home from a Brooklyn bar where she allegedly confronted him when she found another woman texting him. That's what I heard. Majors was arraigned in Manhattan criminal court on 6 counts of third-degree assault, 3 counts of third-degree attempted assault, and 2 counts of harassment. So all those counts, okay, well, where do all these counts come from if they just arrested him because he called, like, they had to make an arrest? Like, that's kind of sus too. That, like, I've heard in New York, if you call and they show up, they only have to make an arrest if there is like evident, like bruising. There's evident, scarring or whatever. There's evident injuries. That's when they have to make an arrest. So she may or may not have just fallen. I mean, that's probably one of the theories floating around there, but it's not a good look for him. No, it's not. Yeah. They may have been grappling for the phone and then it just got out of hand, like one of them fell, like she fell. Or they might have exchanged blows. That's been known to happen too. Like Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, I think, exchanged blows a few times. Like it was a toxic relationship all around. Like they should have never got together. Like they weren't good for each other. Obviously, like she's a psycho, and he's more of a chill guy. With Jonathan Majors, we shall see what develops. More now on the DC side, we have. Speaking of Amber Heard, we have a movie coming out with her supposedly still in it. And that movie is Aquaman 2. Following Shazam: Fury of the Gods. Oh, what the hell is that? Following Shazam: Fury of the Gods box office disaster, Jason Momoa attempts to stave off some similar disaster for Aquaman 2. Jason Momoa might be trying to do some damage control for his next Aquaman movie, well, obviously, which could be his last as the character. He might find new life as the main man in the DCU, aka Lobo. But Momoa engaged in a ploy similar to the hand-wringing we witnessed by the cast and director leading up to the release of Shazam: Fury of the Gods. Yeah, I showed that clip of Zachary Levi. It's kind of sad of him just pleading with people to go see the movie Via Games Radar, he tells Total Film he hopes people will go see Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom despite Shazam 2 crashing and burning, bad test screenings of the former, and time running out for the DCEU. Of course, Momoa didn't bring up those inconveniences and instead sold the sequel's fun factor. It's fun. I really enjoy doing comedy, he said. Oh no. This is going to be more like a comedy than the first one. If so, it might be a disaster. We don't want a comedy show in our DC. This was supposed to be like a more serious universe than the MCU. Rumors and leaks suggest most of the comedy comes from himself and Patrick Wilson, who returns as Orm to team up with his brother and rival. So I guess it's like a buddy cop with him. Momoa confirms all this, saying, "There's some really funny stuff with Patrick Wilson. I really adore him. We had a great time working together. It's like we're brothers. There's a lot of cool stuff happening in this one." Yeah, I just think people are not going to go see this because, you know, Amber Heard and yeah, and just the story sounds like your typical kind of buddy cop. But just the fact that she's in here, yeah, we keep hearing Amber Heard's part is intact. This movie is going to bomb. There's no doubt about it. People do not like her, and they do not like the fact that she's still in this. If they had cut her out, it might have gotten more of a box office, but at this point, I can't say. That's really all I have for today. Like, there wasn't much today. Just kind of hanging around, waiting for more news to drop. I'm sure more will. Yeah.
Hi there. How you sleeping? Good? Gentlemen, listen up, y'all. Here's the new plan. You're gonna start a riot, and we're gonna walk out the front door.
Hey, man. I know guys on crack that makes more sense than you.
Really? Then let me put it to you this way, cuz. Yeah. I don't know how to be. No crib on MTV. God only knows. Got my mini-me in the GP. See how it goes. Evil's all that I see. You ask me my name? D to the Rizzo, E to the Bizzo, I to the Lizzo. I'm a crazy... You all knew that. Austin caught me in the first act. It's all backwards. What's with that? So I'll make a prophecy from the dogs to the mini-me. Give me an Escalade or two-way bling-bling on eBay. Domino.